Shabbat Shalom. Tazria, I must admit, is not my favorite Torah portion. Well, there's no bad Torah portions. There's good in all of them. I can admit that this is one that I've struggled with over the years. Some years I struggled with the teachings about childbirth, circumcision, skin conditions, the treatment of leprosy. Over the last year, though, I've started to understand that it all boils down to the question of what is tameh, impure, and tehorah, pure. Rachel Adler, in her essay Ends and Beginnings, writes, Tum'ah is the result of our confrontation with the fact of our own mortality. It is the going down into the darkness. Tahara is the result of our reaffirmation of our own immortality. It's our re-entry into light. When we say tam, we close our mouth. We stop our breathing. When we say tahor, our lips part. We open our mouth, we breathe again. When we say tam, our lips close, like the closing of a door to God. When we say tahor, we are opening the door. Tam, impurity, is a brief state. Impurity becomes purity in the brevity of a breath, each moment of a life. We live in that balance of purity and impurity. This week's Torah portion also teaches us that what happens in our bodies reverberates in our souls. As strange as we find these verses about sara'at and blood and pregnancy and childbirth and defilement, I think they hint at truths we need to know. When we are ailing physically, we're also ailing spiritually. This is not to say that there is a correlation between the two, but then when we are physically ill or injured, our souls become troubled and we instinctively question the cause. We live in that constant tension between pure and impure, tameh and tahor. No beginning ensues without an end that preceded it. In life, we experience the cycle of birth and death continuously. One door closes, another one opens. We acknowledge and mark endings and beginnings. Judaism reminds us that even in a very difficult Torah portion, the cycle of life continues. Shabbat Shalom.